Hey y'all. It is Thursday. I know y'all haven't seen my face in a while, and then all of a sudden y'all have seen me twice in a week. 2 days back to back. I wanted to see if we can get grounded together. I know there's a lot going on, especially for my folks in LA, but maybe even for folks outside of LA. Because a lot happening in the world, a lot happening around us, a lot happening in the community. So, yeah. I wanted to take a moment. I'm moving intentionally slow. If you were in the LA area, like myself, maybe a couple hours, like 2 hours ago, maybe not even a full 2 hours ago, you might have gotten an alert to evacuate. That was a mistake. And I'm sure that is bringing up a lot of stuff for a lot of us, on top of the fact that there's just a lot happening in general. So I wanted to see if maybe we can do some grounding together. After checking to make sure it was a mistake for my area, checking on some friends and some family members, making sure that everybody is good, people who need to evacuate know that it was for them, those who don't know that it wasn't for them. I found myself like, okay, a little activated. So I want to invite us into just a quick grounding sequence for just a couple moments. In these moments, or in moments when we're really activated, we'll hear a lot of folks say, your breath is always available. Myself included. I, as a practitioner, as a yoga teacher, as a therapist, have absolutely said that. And while that is somewhat true, in moments like this, in moments where the air doesn't feel very safe to breathe, or it is not safe to breathe, where those of us who might have asthma or other respiratory things going on, it might be challenging to breathe and take deep breaths, especially with everything that's in the air. I want to acknowledge that, yes, we need to breathe to live, but that doesn't always mean that safe, healthy breaths are always accessible, that deep breaths always feel comfortable. But if that is something that feels accessible to you, then we can invite that in this moment. And if not, if paying attention to the breath feels comfortable, we can do that. So we're just noticing where the breath is, noticing where it is in our bodies. And if that's not comfortable either, then we'll invite grounding through literally getting close to the ground, putting our feet on the ground, our hands on the ground, or on a table, or something that is stable below us, and allow us to find center in that way. So I invite you to join me in this practice. First, starting by getting comfortable in your seat, whether you are seated in a chair like I am, on the floor, maybe you're even laying down in a bed or on the ground. Just allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable in your seat. Noticing what it feels like to be supported. So the seat below you that is supporting the lower half of your body, maybe the backrest that is behind you supporting the upper half of your body, and just noticing all of the areas where your body gets to touch something that is allowing it to be supported. And paying attention to the areas where you are feeling supported. Maybe the thighs or the hips are feeling really supported and can get really rooted into your chair or the bed or the floor. Maybe your lower back, maybe that space between your shoulders. And just noticing what it feels like to just settle in. And if that feels okay, we can continue to stay in that space, continuing to allow our bodies to feel supported, maybe even inviting other areas of the body to come into the support. So we might invite the shoulders back to see if they can touch the chair as well and allow them to feel that. We might invite the hands to the sides, or the armrest, or the floor, wherever you are, just inviting the hands into the grounding as well. If the bottom of the feet can touch the floor or the bed or what have you, bringing them to a place that feels grounded as well. And when I'm doing this, I always like to rub my hands on whatever they're touching, rub my feet on whatever it's touching, rub my back, just really feeling into the sensation of being supported. Whatever is supporting you, just allow yourself to really feel it in as many areas of your body as possible. Feel free to close the eyes if that's comfortable. Find a place to rest the gaze. If not, feel free to just look at me. And if it feels comfortable to just stay there and continue to find more areas of the body that can be supported, but that's as far as you can go, then continue to do that. For those of us who maybe can stand to pay attention to our breath, where that doesn't feel so uncomfortable, I invite you to just notice what the breath is doing in this moment. As you inhale and exhale, not changing it for the time being, just noticing what the breath is doing, how it feels, what sensations come up as you breathe. Are there areas where the breath feels a little tight or uncomfortable, and can we move to allow it to expand? Is it cool? Is it warm? Just taking our time to notice. And again, we can stay here, or if it feels comfortable, maybe we invite some deeper inhales and exhales. And if we can't do that, that's okay too. Stay where you are. But if you can, inviting the inhales down into the bottom of the stomach, or just a little bit further from where they are reaching now. So if it only comes to the bottom of the chest, that's okay too. If we can bring it down towards the hips, that's beautiful. Doing whatever we can. Just inhaling and exhaling. You can choose whether you want to do that through your nose or your mouth. You can choose how many breaths feels comfortable. We can maybe even bring the hands to the body somewhere, to the chest, to our lap as we are breathing. And continue to allow the breath to expand. Continuing with your inhales and exhales. Continuing to feel the feet on the ground or on the bed. Continuing to allow the body to feel supported. And as you're continuing to breathe, noticing any resistance, and again, just opening up the body as you need to, and pull the shoulders back. We can sink into the seat. Taking a few more inhales and exhales at your own pace. And then allowing the breath to come back to whatever your normal is in this moment. Maybe it's a little bit deeper than when you started. Maybe not so much. And that's okay too. And if the eyes are closed, maybe we start to open the eyes. And as you come back into the space around you, an invitation to stay here, to continue to notice where your body is feeling supported, continue to notice your breath, continue to just be aware and be present if that's comfortable and available to you. Or if this is the time you had for this in this moment, feel free to come back to it whenever you need to. I will post this to our timeline as well as our stories so that you can always come back into this breath in any moment, back into this grounding practice as you need it. Take your time. If you weren't able to get into some deeper breaths in this moment, that's okay. Maybe try again in an hour, try again tomorrow, and see what happens. Keeping it nice and slow and gentle as much as you can. I know there is a lot of stuff happening. I know that we are all having a hard time in a number of different ways. So take your time, be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you soon.